In the aftermath of Monday's deadly school shooting in Nashville, News4JAX is taking a closer look at how Duval County schools have been fortified over the past 2 years. Funded in part by a half-cent sales tax voters approved in 2020, the district's priority has been to bolster safety and security at the county's more than 200 schools. News4JAX reporter Joe McLean is joining us live from Biltmore Elementary on the west side. And Joe, the district had set a deadline for hardening school buildings and making them more secure.
Right, yes. The tax was supposed to pay for over 15 years. It was supposed to pay for new school buildings, backlog maintenance projects, and expansion, basically making schools bigger. But in the first 3 years, the district wanted to prioritize doing safety and security upgrades, prioritizing those to happen in those initial years. Biltmore, right behind me, was one of the first schools to get some of that work done. But after Monday's deadly school shooting in Tennessee, there's been some new questions raised about the effectiveness of some of these security measures. Since passing it in 2020, Duval County's half-cent sales tax for school improvement has collected more than $220 million. And as of the last update from the district, roughly $78 million of that is already spent or earmarked for safety and security upgrades at many of the district's 197 schools. One of the things Duval Schools has made standard across all its buildings is identity-controlled door access systems, or controlled entry doors. We have the same type of system at our WJXT studios. It's where you pass through one door, but in order to pass through a secondary secured door and enter the building, you actually have to be buzzed in by a live staff member. The idea, of course, being that no one gets into a building without permission. Still, concerns have been raised following this week's deadly shooting at a Nashville private school, where the shooter was able to shoot their way through the glass of a side entrance and gain access to the building. Though Tennessee public schools are required to submit a safety plan to the state, private schools, like the one attacked Monday, are exempt from many of those safety requirements. One big difference between Nashville and Jacksonville is the Guardian program, which places armed personnel in every school building in the district. A protocol adopted after the 2018 mass shooting at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School. Other safety improvements that have been funded by Duval County sales tax include impact-resistant film over windows, making them tougher to break. These bollards meant to direct traffic and prevent vehicles from being driven onto campus. Also, interior and exterior lighting improvements, landscaping changes, upgrades to door locks, and improved fencing and gates. Hank Rogers is the chair of the half-cent sales tax oversight committee.
At this current time, we believe that the district is on track to meet those goals.
That goal being to have all the safety and security projects completed within the first 3 years of the tax. Now, the district said it can't go into too much detail about the specifics of how these security systems work because they don't want, obviously, the security to be compromised. But they did say that the district's safety and security strategy is a multi-layered strategy that includes efforts to identify potential dangers and risks before any violence happens. Reporting live, I'm Joe McLean, Channel 4, the local station.